Hello, this is Wilmington City Council President Trippi Congo. Last week, a jury found former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin guilty. He was on trial for the 2020 killing of George Floyd, an unarmed black man. I am extremely pleased with the conviction. Justice has been served, and I hope this verdict brings some peace to George Floyd's family. I also hope this verdict inspires those who joined together last summer in Floyd's honor. Protesters demanded action around racial justice and to value the lives of people of color. This guilty verdict was necessary, but it's far from enough. This cannot be the end of the movement. We need to continue to work together to build a more inclusive society. The fight for racial justice did not begin last summer. What was new was the high level of intensity in the multiracial coalitions. I pray the spirit of inclusion and acceptance in the fight for racial justice continues. Our great city deserves it. City Council had another action-packed week. We held 2 more budget hearings. On Monday, the Office of Economic Development discussed resources offered to city businesses, what was done last year, and the plans for next year. COVID-19 significantly impacted businesses and economic development initiatives, but the department found ways to continue serving city businesses and to court new ones to start up or relocate to Wilmington. We also had a focused dialogue around minority and women-owned businesses. Helping minority and women-owned businesses is an important issue for Council. You may remember we are asking the mayor to conduct a disparity study. Council wants to fully understand how many minority and women-owned businesses are operating in Wilmington, and also how many hold city contracts. These businesses deserve our special attention. Historically, they have been locked out of opportunities and they have been denied access to resources. It's important to acknowledge the past and to scale up access to resources and financing for these businesses. We also heard from the Department of Parks and Recreation, which we all know is a meaningful resource for Wilmington, for our youth and our families. We heard meaningful discussions about how their summer youth program is gearing up, the current state of parks, and the different ways the city is making our parks safer and more fun. We also heard about our spray parks and when they will all open up. The Department of Parks and Recreation also shared the process and procedures that will be used to manage this year's budget, and City Council has already started the process of inviting both departments to answer additional questions. On Wednesday, we heard from the Audit, Human Resources, and Law departments. I encourage you to view the budget hearings in full on WITN's website, WITN22.org. Select the Programs tab, then select Committees and Commissions. This new page will have a list of the Finance Committee meetings, which are the budget hearings. We will continue our review of the city budget this week. On Monday, April 26, starting at 4:30, we will hear revenue projections. After that, the Finance Department is up at 5:15, and then Information and Technology will present at 7 p.m. And on Wednesday, April 28, starting at 4:30 p.m., we will hear from the Department of Planning and Development, and then we will hear from Public Works. I urge all of you to join our virtual hearings, and I ask you to participate in this process. You will hear how your taxpayer dollars are being spent and the plans for next fiscal year. Another way to learn about the budget is by visiting the budget website at www.wilmdebudget.org. There you will find the budget hearing schedule and the budget presentations for each department. You can also submit comments and questions about the proposed budget. I believe it's vital that you take part in this process in order to make sure your voices are heard. In other news, the strength and sustainability of our city is at the forefront of Council's mind. The infusion of $55 million from the American Rescue Plan Act presents our city with an opportunity to rebuild. After the devastating impact of COVID-19, this needed funding will help us reset and rebuild our great city. Although the funds have not arrived yet, City Council and the administration agree that these funds are critical to stabilize and then reinvent Wilmington. That is why today I am announcing my intentions around the American Rescue Plan Act funds. I want to know about the priorities important to city residents, and I want to hear suggestions on the greatest needs facing everyday Wilmingtonians. In the coming weeks, I will provide additional details on a series of community discussions. I also have instructed council staff to create a survey and community feedback form. I believe the public should be at the front and center in this process of figuring out how to allocate this new funding. Creating ways for you to do that is a necessary step. Please get involved, respond to the survey, and submit the form with your feedback. The road to recovery is going to be long, and we will have difficult decisions to make. I believe that if we work collectively with the administration, we can reinvent and reimagine Wilmington. If you missed our last City Council meeting, you can view it on www.witn22.org or visit www.wilmingtoncitycouncil.com. As always, if there is anything that the city can do, please feel free to contact us at our office 302-576-2140. Have a great week, Wilmington.